Hey everybody, welcome back to Carnelian Spirituality and Tarot. My name is Mandy, and today we're going to be discussing, okay, I'm into this woo-woo shit, now what? I had a friend reach out to me after one of my first videos, and she was like, yeah, like I'm really beginning to get into this stuff, so I just don't know what to do. And I was like, that makes for a great video. So that's what we're going to be exploring today. I have 10 tips for you as to what you can do to help open up and to help start you on this beautiful spiritual journey. And I'm really excited to share that with you. So let's get to it. So the first thing is super uber important, and I want you to really hear this, let it resonate. You know what resonates for you, so trust yourself. That's number one. Trust yourself and use your discernment. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of information, and a lot of it is, most of it, I would imagine, is well-intentioned. But there are people out there, there's crazies in every group. There's definitely crazies in the woo-woo spiritual community as well. People that think that they have all the answers and they want to give those answers to everybody else. And quite frankly, until we're dead, we just don't know. I think that kind of triggers me from my born-again Christian background, where I had all the answers. I liked having the answers. It felt good to have the answers. It feels really good when we know everything. But I don't think that that's what this world is about. I don't feel like that's what spirituality is about. I feel like it's all big, a giant, one big giant question mark. And I think it's about having faith, because when we do have all the answers, what kind of faith is that? So, long story short, if you come across people that have channeled a message from God and then this is their, answer for you, or this is what they're saying is absolutely true, that should be a huge flag, red flag. And again, I'm sure a lot of people are very well intentioned. This is your spiritual journey. So take baby steps, really think about what resonates for you, feel what resonates for you. If something feels off, just go on to the next thing. Okay, so first one, trust yourself, use your discernment. You know what you believe for you. Okay, and even if that's me, if that's not me, go find another YouTube. Just get out of here. I don't want you here. Just kidding. Okay, second tip, meditate. I know that word can be really overwhelming. It can feel like work. Might be some fear attached to it. Maybe you're already doing it an hour a day, good for you. But this really, 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 as you go into your spiritual journey, needs to be a part of your daily practice. It does not have to be a big deal. You do not have to be in a loincloth with, Bakshmi for 3 years before you're worthy. It's not fun. Everybody just wants to play with tarot cards immediately. I get it. But meditation really helps elevate us. It helps us become aware of our thoughts. It helps raise our vibration. It helps clear our minds so that when we are a receptor of thoughts, when there aren't so many thoughts going out, Spirit is actually able to get in and give us messages. So view yourself like a little radio receptor. What's going out? And all that you have to do, it can feel very overwhelming, but really it's very simple. Just sit in a chair 3 to 5 minutes to start out, then work up to 10 minutes, then 20 minutes a day would be great. And just be aware of your thoughts. Just let them come in. What am I thinking about right now? Okay, was that positive? Was that negative? And just let it go. Okay, that came up. Okay, interesting. And you'll begin to understand how you work, how much of your thoughts are worry, how much is stress. Just kind of let it go. Just let it go. Just be aware of your thoughts. Sit for 3 to 5 minutes. That's it. Really just kind of put you back in your body. And if even that's too much for you, if that freaks you out, stresses you out, light a candle and stare at it for 3 or 5 minutes. Okay, that will immediately just kind of ground you. It kind of just watch the flame dance. It's one of my favorite forms of meditation, because the whole clearing the mind thing for Virgo ascendant is very hard. I'm definitely a head case. I definitely worry. I like to stress. And so meditation for me is like gold. I would be insane if I did not meditate. There's also tons of guided meditations on YouTube. Not everybody can just sit there in silence. You can either find some music to just kind of, zone out, hear affirmations, or go on a journey through a crystal cave. That's really helpful and very peaceful and calming. So I highly recommend that. 2 is meditation. Okay. Number 3, and this also needs to be a part of your daily practice, grounding yourself. Number 3, grounding yourself. What does that mean? Grounding yourself is grounding. It's kind of a buzzword right now. But ultimately, as we open up and our vibration raises, it kind of feels like you're out of your body. It kind of feels like you're spinning out in space. And I have a feeling that if anybody's interested in woo-woo stuff, you're probably empathic. And what is it to be an empath? An empath is someone that takes on the feelings and thoughts and energies of the people around them or the experiences around them, things that are going on in the world. Cries at the news, is overwhelmed in a big group of people, going to a concert, finds yourself feeling a certain way after being around a certain group of friends. If you notice that people kind of take your energy a lot of the time, that people kind of latch themselves onto you. And if you are empathic, all that to say, grounding yourself is really, really, really important, because as we elevate and raise our consciousness and our vibration, it kind of, we're in the 3D, we are here on Earth. And then up there in the planes of heaven, of the astral cosmos, it's a much higher vibration, higher frequency. And so as we elevate, that frequency goes up, and it kind of takes us out of our body. It kind of feels like, oh, I'm spinning. You might feel a little bit dizzy. You might feel just like it's really hard to kind of come back down to earth into your body. So grounding yourself will really help that. How do you ground yourself? Very simple as well. It can be as simple as taking your shoes and socks off and going out and, touching the grass with your feet and just feeling that connection with the earth, connection with nature. Just really feel like the coolness, the warmth, the wetness, the dryness of what's beneath your feet, and just let it really connect you with the earth. Another way, if you're a city dweller, you can just grab a pine cone, a leaf, a twig, a branch, and just sit with it in your apartment or your house and hold it and feel its energy and kind of let the energy kind of wash over you, this natural energy. And you can also visualize yourself in the pine cone's environment. What does that look like? And kind of take yourself there. Another really, really simple way, which is probably most popular, is to sit or stand and just imagine huge ass tree trunks or tree roots coming out of your feet, down through the ground, plunging into like the depths of earth, and just latching on to like Middle Earth so that you cannot move. And then from there, just to close your eyes and visualize a white light, just beautiful white loving light surrounding you. And then, just for shits and giggles, I want you to pretend that there's a giant bull or rhino just storming at you like 50 miles per hour, coming at you with your bubble and just like boing, bouncing off your bubble, because that's how strong your motherfucking bubble is. That's what I want you to visualize for yourself. So that when other energies are trying to come at you, like you're completely protected, you are grounded, you feel in your body, and you can go about your day. As a spiritual woo-woo person, you want this shit. That's the work that you have to put in. That's the work that you have to do, okay? You will feel it, believe me. Okay, so before we get into number 4, those 2 things are like your basic routine every day. Meditate, ground yourself. Meditate 3 to 5 minutes with a candle, ground yourself, just visualize deep roots coming out of you. Make that a part of your everyday practice, okay? Then we're going to move on to number 4, which is my favorite, podcasts. There are 2 podcasts which I just love. And there's a lot out there, but I highly recommend 2 very wonderful podcasts. When I was really opening up, like I'd kind of been into this self-awareness, mindfulness of your thoughts or your feelings, your thoughts, and how that, connection goes, and law of attraction, manifestation. I was really into that stuff. But when I really started to open up to my intuitive abilities and my psychic abilities, which I didn't think that I had. I was living in Washington in a mountain town of 200. You might know that from my last video. And when I was there, I didn't really have anybody to talk to about that stuff. And it was like a godsend. Like, I don't know how I came across this podcast, but it's called Psychic Teachers. And it's with Deb Bowen and Samantha Fay. And they started this podcast back in over 10 years ago. So they were one of the first pioneers of the spiritual community to start a podcast. And it was on Blog Talk Radio, and who even knows what that is? But now it's been like 10 years, they have all these followers, and there is just a wealth of information on there. I adore these 2 ladies. Samantha and Deb are like my practical magic aunts that I never had, that I always wanted. And they're both legitimate teachers. They both taught at university here in North Carolina. So I trust the way that they also present information. They're never going to give you like a half-assed episode. They're never just shooting the shit. Like, they actually really know their stuff. And Samantha is a Catholic, and Deb is pagan. So it's a really interesting juxtaposition between these two women. Sometimes they butt heads, but for the most part, they're just really lovely and beautiful, and their energies are pure and selfless, and they just want, world peace like we all do. But what I love the most about them is that they also don't say that they have all the answers. This is just one big journey for them. This is what they believe to be true, and that they're super open to other ways. They're always learning. And I just love their information so much. Their podcasts talk about everything from your psychic abilities to how to ground yourself, crystals, your chakras, auras, meditation practices, tarot. Like it's all on there. And I would not be where I am at all if I did not come across this podcast. Like, I owe those ladies so much. I love them. I could cry just thinking about them. They're incredible. The second podcast is called Enlightened Empaths, and that is with Samantha Fay. She broke off and did another one, so she's got two. And Denise Cornell, I can't remember her name, but it's Denise, Samantha and Denise. If you resonated with a part of me talking about being empathic, being really sensitive and maybe emotional, really hard to not feel things around certain people or in a work environment, this podcast is totally for you. They talk about what it means to be empathic, how to ground yourself, how to protect yourself, what crystals to use, what to do around emotional vampires, how to deal with narcissists, which tend to leech on to empaths, by the way. You've probably been in a relationship with one. So if that resonates for you, definitely listen to those two podcasts. There's just so much information. You'll probably have that information faster than I can give it to you in a video. So somebody keeps trying to call me. Okay, number 5. It is time for a little adventure. It is time to take yourself to your local metaphysical store. Number 5, shopping. Yes. So every town, I think, has a little metaphysical store. If yours doesn't, I'll drive 2 hours. Like, drive 2 hours if that's the closest one to you. Make it a sacred event. Go to a metaphysical store, and I want you to go for a couple things. One, I want you to see what resonates for you. We've all been sorted into a Harry Potter house, right? Like, I'm a Gryffindor, but maybe you're a Hufflepuff. Herbology and medicinal healing. There's so much information out there. Like, I can't keep a plant alive. God bless you, people. Maybe you saw spirits as a kid. Truly. Maybe it scared the shit out of you, so you blocked all that stuff out. That legitimately happens. Start reading books on mediumship. Like, just go take a look around at all the books. Or you can go to your library. Our library probably doesn't have much. No, maybe it does. I don't know. Ask myself those questions later. Go to your metaphysical store. Pick out something that resonates for you, a book. You can do it on Audible even. Find a book. Begin to listen to stuff. Begin to listen to people's stories, what they do. It can be a book on intuitive development. It can be a book on mediumship, chakra clearing, how to heal yourself, Reiki. Just whatever resonates for you is going to resonate for you. Okay? What you feel drawn to is almost always real. It's almost always a heart decision. When we're interested in something, our spirit wants us to do what we're passionate about, use the gifts that we know we've been given. So if you are an empathic person and you feel like you're a healer, definitely dive into that world. The second thing I want you to do at a metaphysical shop is I want you to walk in and look at all of the crystals. Now, crystals, I've had crystals for probably 15 years, and I didn't really actually work with them until like the past 5. And the past 2, like, they become my buddies, like my friends, like my Wilson on a stranded island. Wilson! Oh, you're probably also young. Does anybody even know Castaway? Anybody know? Beach ball, volleyball movie? Anyway, so old. Go into the metaphysical store and look around, and I want you to pick out a crystal. The names will be there. Sometimes it tells you about the crystal. Try not to read any of that, but just pick one. Just like, maybe it's pretty, maybe it's shiny, maybe you hold it and it just feels like, ooh. They're only $1, $3. Sometimes if they're a little bit more hard to get, they'll be like $8. But really, they're all like $1, $3, $2 sold. Try not to read anything about it. Just pick one that resonates and then find out the name of it. The person at the store will have the name of it, or usually there's like a little card. And take it home and look up what the meaning is. And I promise you that that stone will be either something that you need in your life at this moment or something that you need in your life coming up. I have amazing crystal stories that I will share with you in a crystal video. And I get it. Like, it's a rock. Like, come on, Amanda. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But I'm telling you, crystals show up in your life when you need them. And you may not feel the energy, you may not feel anything, but I promise you, the intention is there. Even if they're a fucking placebo, the intention is still there. You're still holding this crystal saying, okay, I'm setting the intention of abundance by holding this. Okay, I'm setting the intentions of self-love by holding this. Okay, I'm setting the intention of grounding and protection as I hold this. Because every crystal is different. Every crystal represents something else. And every crystal has like a myriad of things that they do. So I highly recommend going, finding your little first buddy, okay? And just holding it and sitting with it and really beginning to develop a relationship with it. And if you feel stupid, that's fine, but just try. Just try it, okay? Okay, so number 6 is journal. And I actually want you to buy 2 journals. You don't even actually have to buy them. Like, you can use like a notebook or whatever, something cheap, like it doesn't, whatever. First journal is for your dreams. When you wake up, I want you to scribble down your dreams if you remember them. As soon as you wake up, have that notebook right next to your bed because dreams disappear in an instant. Write down your dreams and you'll begin to see reoccurring patterns, reoccurring people, like reoccurring thoughts. There's this one guy that I dream about a lot who is in my life that I'm just like, why? Like, I barely, like, it's not a big deal why I talk to that person, but he represents something in my life. And now I know what he represents. Write down those dreams and you'll begin to see reoccurring themes. Sometimes you'll start having premonitory dreams. Premonitory, is that a word? It is now. I have, like, I've had dreams that have come true. And that's when I was like, okay, like, I actually have some spiritual gifts. Like, this isn't messing around anymore. Like, this is real. And the more that we open up to our gifts, I mean, so many of our gifts are blocked because we live in a society that is very academic, very mind, oriented. This is crazy. This is stupid. But trust me, the more you open up, the more things will happen and you'll be like, holy shit. So write down your dreams. The second journal is for gratitude and for your feelings. So the second journal, every night I want you, or every morning, to write down 10 things that you're grateful for. It's actually a great way to start the morning. I have a kid. That's not the best way to start the morning. So I do my gratitude at night, but in the morning, write down 10 things that you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be, my Mercedes. It can be like my pajamas, okay? It can be just things that you're truly grateful for. I'm breathing today. I really think that these socks are snuggly. I love my cat. Whatever it is for you, write down 10 things. Truly grateful for. And then write down your feelings, just like free association, blah, like get all your feelings out, write them down, 3 pages. Front, back, front. 3 pages. 3 pages. You can do it. The purpose of this is just free association mode. Don't think about it. Don't worry about reading it back later. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just get it out of your system. For me, I have a Virgo ascendant, so I'm very type A. I'm very like, I have all these projects to do. I have so much to do. Like, I'm stressed. Like, I have projects upon projects upon projects. And I'm a mom, so I've got, kid shit. I've got doctor's appointments. I have my own. I have hers. I have my sister's. I have to, like, how do I balance all this stuff? And writing it all out and writing out all my feelings. Like, this fucking sucks. I'm like, goddamn. Or like, this fucking person, like, and I will just vomit out exactly how I'm feeling. Because it's just a feeling. It's not how I'm actually feeling in life. I'm much more balanced than that, I hope. But it gets all of that out of my system. And when all of that's out of my system, we are open to spirit communicating with us. And that is a gift. That is a blessing. That's when the magic and the synchronicities occur. So the more that you can kind of get out of your head through meditation and through journaling, also should be a daily practice. I know I'm giving you so much homework, but you will thank me for it. You will thank you for it. You will thank you for it. You will thank you for it. I'm just going to say that 5 more times. Do it for you because you are worth this. You will thank you for it. Okay. So we've got journal. We got our dream journal. We've got our thoughts and feelings journal. With gratitude. And then the 8th thing, tip number 8, is to connect to nature. Get the fuck outside. Go for a hike. Go for a walk. Find some beauty. Be outside in nature. Especially if you hate being outside in nature, be outside in nature because it changes you. When I lived in the big city, when I lived in the big city. When I lived in LA, I worked so much that I just would come home and then I'd be inside and I was just dead tired and I'd watch TV and eat crap and go and do my life the next day. And now I crave being outside. Like if I can't get outside to like move my body and to just connect and hear the birds chirp and the wind through the tree, I'm insane. So it's amazing how things change for you. You might think that you're not an outdoors person. It doesn't mean that you have to go rappel off of, Victoria Falls, but it does mean that we are meant to be connected to this world. So get out inside in nature, even just take a walk around the block a couple times. It doesn't have to be anything amazing. Listen to all the noise, listen to the sound, even if it's humans, even if it's like the garbage truck, anything that you can do to really connect and to meditate on this idea that we're all connected, that it's all a part of us, that we should respect this planet and the nature that it's been given to us is such a beautiful gift. Number 9, move your body. Moving your body is so important. Moving your body gets the energy out. When you feel stuck, the best thing you can do is go for a walk. It is literally taking a step forward. Moving your body gets you in your body again. If you're not a person that likes to be outside, that likes to hike, that likes adrenaline rushes, that's totally fine. But just move your body. You can turn on some music and dance. This will probably be its own video, but when I had my studio, I just started these late night sessions of just dancing. I'd turn on music and listen to whatever came on my iPod. I couldn't change it. That was the rule. And I had to dance whatever came on. And I got some weird shit on my iPod. Everything from like Jurassic Park. Like, how do you dance to Jurassic Park? Like, you do. Or to Rump Shaker, to, George Strait. There's just like a million songs that I would never have wanted to dance to that I have. And it has been life-changing to be in my body again and to just kind of move. Like, there's no steps, there's no cha-chas, there's no rumbas. It is just movement. Whatever I felt, I would just do and move. And it's really hippy-dippy, and that is stuff that I, would have rolled my eyes at, when I was 16. But it felt so good, and I miss it. I miss my studio for that reason. I don't necessarily miss photography that much. I just miss moving my body. So move your body, go for a walk, or turn on some music and just dance. But being in our bodies, okay, you guys, as a society, we are so stuck in our minds. We are so stuck in the rat race and the rigmarole of just the daily, rinse, wash, repeat. And we forget what our bodies are. We just hate them. We shame them. They're not thin enough. They're ugly. They're old. And our bodies are beautiful, man. Our bodies have done incredible things for us. They're always there for us. Even when we're sick, they're there for us. When we're disconnected with our bodies, that's when sickness occurs. That's when unhappiness, sadness, depression, anxiety, because we're not in appreciation and gratitude for our bodies. Your body is such a gift. It helps ground you. It just helps. You have to take my word for it. I don't feel like I'm explaining very well, but it is such a thing. Okay, so number 10, you've stuck with me this entire time. So proud of you. Number 10 is to communicate with your spirit guides and angels. What is that shit? That might sound really out there. If spirit guides sound weird to you, angels, God, divine source, light, creator, whatever resonates for you. But a really easy way is just to kind of sit there and be like, hey guys, I've been told you're there and I would love the opportunity to communicate with you. And so I'd like to start off this relationship. Hi, you know who I am. Who are you? And just talk to them like you would everybody else, and, people think you're crazy and stupid and whatever. Who cares? This is your relationship with your spirit guides. Nobody needs to know about it if you don't want them to. There are lots of different ways that spirit guides and angels communicate with us. It can be through synchronistic numbers, 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, sorry. You see feathers or animals, It can be through our dreams, which is why dream journals are so important. Pennies, whatever it is, you can even ask them, say, hey guys, I know you're there. So for me, I want my signs. If you can show me synchronistic numbers, I'll always know that you're there. I'll know that that's a message. It can be through music you hear on the radio. certain song lyrics that just kind of resonate and stick out for you. I know for me, anytime I hear Jimmy World's The Middle, I heard it on a day when I was I just moved to LA and I was just in my shit and I just had a bad day at work. And that song came on, and ever since, anytime I've heard that song is when I've been either in a bad mood or in a brilliant mood. I just felt like it was such a message at that time. And then I've heard it, 3 in the morning when my car was towed. Like I get in my car, I turn it on, and that song comes on. So like Spirit is always giving us messages. We just have to really pay attention. They love that recognition. They love knowing that you remember them or that you want to communicate with them or any of that stuff. So long story short, just be open to say, hey guys, I'm here. I'm open. I'm not talking about opening up to presences and entities. We're just talking specifically to our spirit guides and angels. Now, you don't have to believe in spirit guides. The idea there is that there are humans that have crossed over. They've lived many lifetimes. They're super evolved, and they come back kind of, I don't want to say they're not our guardian angels, but they come back to kind of guide us throughout our life. We signed up for this. We know that they're going to be our spirit guides. And they watch over us and they try and guide us through this life as best they can. And of course, angels, everybody knows what angels are. Our spirit guides are super awesome, you guys. They are there for us. They work so hard for us. Oh, I love my guides and angels. I have the best team, if I do say so myself. I love mine so much. They mean so much to me. I do. I love you guys. I do. They will absolutely love all of that, you guys. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you do these 10 things, I promise you, you will begin to see some really cool, interesting shit. And as I said, I'm going to break these down all into their own video at some point. For right now, I just wanted you to get started, and I hope this is helpful. I hope you have fun. I hope you remember to keep this fun. And to, really go for it. Be open. If anybody has any thoughts, concerns, questions, please feel free to comment below. I'm here to answer anything right now. I've got 13 subscribers. Woohoo! So I am here for you. Yeah, and more's to come. So if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, share with people you know and love, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!